Hey you guys, I am making a veggie breakfast bowl and I want you guys to try it out with me. This was so delicious and filling. Okay, let's get into the video. So for this meal, you're gonna need some red potatoes, peppers, onions, avocado, pico de gallo, eggs, and olive oil. We're gonna go ahead and dice our potatoes into a decent size. You don't want them to be too small or too big. Just kind of like in the middle, I would say, because they're going to cook down. So you don't want them to be huge, but you don't want them to be tiny either. So something like that. I was debating cutting this last potato, but I didn't. So y'all should be proud of me. So once you have your potatoes cut down, make sure they're washed. So now we have a good size of the potatoes. We're going to go ahead and season them. We're going to use cayenne pepper, some Himalayan pink salt, some onion powder, and some Italian seasoning. You could kind of go crazy with the Italian seasoning. And we're going to shake it up really good. No water, no oil. Some of that water is from when we wash the potatoes, but there's going to be no oil on those potatoes. And then we're going to go ahead and dice our onion. This is pretty self-explanatory. Y'all know how to dice an onion, but we want it to kind of be similar to the potatoes, like not too big, not too small. Just a nice little dice on the onion. And then we're going to move on to our bell pepper. I cut my bell pepper by cutting the top off first, and then I cut it in half, and then I kind of like work my way through the middle. I find that to be the easiest way for me to dice my bell peppers. But you're going to go ahead and dice one of your green peppers and then one of your yellow peppers that you have. I went ahead and did the whole thing, but you'll see by the end that the bowl is pretty big. So you can do less if you want to, but you are going to separate them. So one is going to be onion, one is going to be the bell peppers. We're going to go ahead and season our onions first. I put the onions in that same bowl that I put the potatoes in because it still has those seasonings on them. And I ended up cutting some more onions and putting it in there. But I literally had so much vegetables, like you do not need this much, honestly. You can literally, if you want to meal prep, you can do that. But I had so much vegetables left over that I ended up prepping. So you don't really need this much. You could probably do half, but I knew I was going to probably make this tomorrow. So I just went ahead and made a whole lot. You want to cook them down as much as possible. I went ahead and added oil and water to mine. I didn't put that in the video, but yeah. This is how your potatoes should look when they're almost done. Remember, we didn't add any oil to the potatoes. So now before they're almost done, we're going to add a little bit of olive oil and put them back in the oven. Just as a reminder, I don't think I mentioned this earlier. We put them in the oven for on 400 for like 15 minutes. This is our pico de gallo. You could make this fresh if you wanted to. I just didn't have the energy for that, but I'm just dicing it up to this size because the chunks were a little big for me. Lastly, we're going to go ahead and scramble our egg. I am not putting any seasoning in this egg. Trust me, just scramble it regular, no seasoning, okay? So we're going to go ahead and combine the potatoes, the peppers, the onion all together. We're going to top that with our eggs that we just made fresh out the pan. And then we're going to go ahead and season them now. So now I put my salt and pepper. That's just how I do it. I don't know how y'all do it, but that just seems like the right way to me. You can do it however you want to, but I usually season it at the end on the top. And then I go ahead and add the pico de gallo. There are jalapenos in the pico de gallo, but even if you're not like a spicy person, the avocado is very neutral and creamy, so it kind of balances the bowl out because I'm not a super spicy person either. And there you have it. And here is our breakfast bowl. Such a delicious and filling option if you're trying to cut out meat. Thank you for watching. Y'all, it was so delicious. Really so good. Let me know how you like it. Subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. See you later. Bye.